Hello my friends, some of you might remember this channel as shit posting memes about cars, but you know what, I decided to talk about some problems in the car industry or other things that no one else is really talking about and hopefully give you a better understanding about some things. For example, infotainment systems in cars and where it is heading, because I feel like not only car companies are ripping you off, but they're kinda ruining the cars for us. Let me explain. So in order to understand this problem, we have to ask a very important question. Why the fuck do cars have infotainment systems? I mean, why do we have a screen in the first place? And the answer is quite simple, to have more functions. I mean, if you look back in past, cars used to not have infotainment systems. It was just millions of buttons and you had to spend like a year learning what each button does. I remember when I was a kid and I saw all the buttons in my dad's car, I didn't know what each does, and when I asked my dad, he also didn't know. They were just there doing something, God knows what. But then came the technology and the screen. Put screen in car, put some rolling dildo or something in the car, and you have all the functions. Even better, you have parktronic system, rear camera, you don't hit pedestrian when you reverse. But you see, my friend, we live in a world where bigger is better, and that was a problem. Cheap car could put a plasma TV in the car and say, oh, luxury, big comfort, great success, and all the luxury manufacturers would get screwed. And the reason why they would get screwed is because their most important thing was not only to make a comfortable car, but to make an interior that is nice to be in, a cozy place that you would like to spend your time inside. I mean, when I was inside the Bentley, I looked around and I thought, fuck, this interior was built with better materials than my own house. And that's how premium manufacturers differentiate. They create this place which is nicer, cozier, more softer, more pleasurable, if that makes sense. But with screens, it would disrupt that. It can really damage it and look just outdated, goofy and weird. And they had to come up with solutions. And one of the things was to integrate the screen within the panel to make it like it belongs there, or to at least create some sci-fi cool look that makes the screen stand out, like it's some feature of the car, something that you should pay attention and appreciate. And okay, that's how it was. Fancy car, nice interior, nice screen, shit car, no screen, or shitty wish.com screen, and that was it. But oh no, another problem came. Corporate profits and entry-level cars. What happened was that, okay, you go and you buy 1 Series BMW base model because you're broke but you want to be cool. So what you do, you buy a BMW that has the same screen as a Toyota. No screen, bleh. But other premium manufacturers decided to fuck it up completely. Let's look at the Mercedes A-Class. I had one. No, not this one. This one. Slightly better. You see, let's compare it to BMW 1 Series, its main rival. Now you see, in that car, screen was kinda going in within the panel. It was following the same lines and the same design language. Yes, it wasn't perfect for a entry-level premium car, but it was in a good place, it was not obstructing anything, and it did the functions. And now let's look at the A-Class. I mean, what the fuck is this shit? It looks like the designer just didn't put the screen, and then at the end of the production, some quality guy just saw it and said, hey, shouldn't we have a screen here? And everyone panicked and bought some cheap wish.com navigation and just stick it in here. Look at it. The plastic around the screen is bigger than the screen. The screen didn't make any sense and made the whole interior look much cheaper and shittier just because of the simple placement. I mean, your garage friend will do a better job of sticking an Android in your E46 BMW. That one actually belongs there, even though it's actually cheap shit from wish.com. But here, no, it's not the case, and it doesn't end here. You see, manufacturers realize that you can get away with this. So you know what? Why not put a bigger screen in a bigger car and call it a day? It's not like anyone will understand. And so now we see the consequence. So let's look at some current cars like BMW. I mean, what the fuck is this shit? It looks like they created some Renault concept which had no screens and it was super futuristic and had head-up display everywhere. But then they were like, oh yeah, we should have a screen, so let's just stick it here and say job done. And in order to make it, well, premium car, yes? So we're gonna bend the screen to call it some sci-fi CGI bullshit and call it a day. And the sad part is that most of people appreciate this design. They look at it and they say, oh, luxury, comfort, this is great, well spent money. But no, it is not. I highly doubt these screens will last 10 years as they already don't in other cars. And let's look at Volvo now. I mean, what the fuck? I get it for a Tesla. You put a screen because like the technology, shit, millions and millions of features, self-driving, okay, I get it. But I mean for a Volvo, I mean grandpas drive these cars, put the same screen as Lexus, it looks okay. What purpose does it actually serve? Besides being bigger, which means better, yes? No, it doesn't. It looks awful. And it really makes me question, what is the future? What, the whole car will be a screen? Oh, wait. I mean, yeah, if you look at the trends, it seems like in future, you will buy a car and you will just get a big screen, like in Mercedes IMBUX system. And I'd say it is great if it would be done in a better way, because you would think this is one big awkward shaped screen like some pancake, but no, it is not. It's just multiple square screens doing random stuff, some of them just sitting there and having an existential crisis. I mean, there's a reason why Bugatti doesn't have screens only when there's necessary, because it doesn't make the car look better at the end of the day. I mean, when I was a kid, I thought that we will have just head-up display everything, because why not? It would be much cooler, your interior would be clean and nice, and you would see everything that you need on your window, so you don't need to take your eyes off the road. But no, apparently we live in a world where we have the technology, and yet we still put bigger and bigger TVs inside the car. So if you think about the future, I think this is where we're heading, to more screens in more weird and awkward places, which will make the interior just boring, one big screen, which will try to somehow uplift you. I mean, the last time when I tried to change the AC temperature on a car with touch screen, I almost crashed it because I turned on something different. And yeah, I think this is the future. Cars with screens that don't make much sense and no one really knows what they're doing, but they're just there to make the car somehow more luxurious. And at the end of the day, don't get me wrong, the screens are not bad in cars. They make the car have more functions and more usability for other features, but they have to serve a purpose. It's just some abstraction that is waiting to break or be damaged or even to cause an incident. But I guess time will tell which bullshit trend will take over first. Anyway, if you like this video, let me know. If you want to talk me about something else, also let me know. And now, I go to sleep.